I've been thinking for days, yeah, I've been thinking for years, that I'll tell myself I'll stop the things that keep me from you, dear, but I keep on losing it. Oh, I keep on losing it. And I keep hoping that I'll change. Yes, I believe I'll be a saint. And I'll keep myself from feeling with the pictures that I paint, but I keep on losing it, till I've lost the only thoughts that keep me sane.
Why is it always cloudy when I set out to do some photography? I mean, except the previous video and the one before. Anyway, welcome to Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park, where I found a new spot on a map here at the northern part of this park where I haven't explored before. So I thought I'll grab my bag, grab my camera and come here on a scouting mission, if you will, to see if I can find anything that interests me. And also, while I was driving around, kinda exploring where to park my car and would be the most suitable place, I came up at this spot where all these deer were just roaming around right by the roadside, and just hikers walking past them and they completely chill, absolutely not worried about people walking around. So I thought, so I'd just park my car there and grab my camera, long lens 7200, and start grabbing a few shots. So I'm gonna put a few images here on the screen for you to see.
It's me saying,
now the weather, I mean, it's great in terms of there is no wind, it's almost no wind, very calm, but it is cloudy, although they're quite dark-ish, and probably the rain is going to be coming later on, we'll see. But that cloud cover is definitely a problem because there is absolutely no light. It's very flat, dull, boring. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a problem, although it's a scouting mission, so I don't expect any 10 out of 10 images today. But maybe if I'll find like a few cool compositions, I might be able to come back here at, like, let's say sunset or sunrise, blue hour, and maybe I can get way better images than today. But not to complain, I'm already here, so let's grab the camera and let's get cracking.
and I've been thinking for days, yeah, I've been thinking for years, that I'll tell myself I'll stop the things that keep me from you, dear, but I keep on losing it. Oh, I keep on losing it.
Alright, I think I found my first shot of today. It's quite straightforward. It's just this view of the mountains in the distance just across this small inlet that comes from the lake. And then you have this small woodland in the distance, and these mountains just behind the woodland itself. So I think it's rather cool shot. I had to find some interesting foregrounds. I found this like a very tiny small bush growing here just on my side of the lake, and seems to work quite well. So basically I'm focusing on the distant mountains and I'm going for f5.6. I generally don't shoot with like a very narrow apertures like f8, f11, things like that. So I don't always want everything to be in focus, and in this particular situation I want all this foreground, these bushes, I want them to be like out of focus. So I'm going for like this kind of sweet spot, f5.6, and that's my composition for today. So here is the image.
I think that I need to rearrange.
Right, so I was about to pack my camera gear and keep on walking looking for another interesting subject, but then I thought I had my 24-70 before, so I switched to my long lens 70-200, and I thought I take the same image of the same scene that I photographed just a minute ago, and this time I want to kind of zoom in and get rid of all the foreground and all the stuff, and kind of just to showcase the mountains in this woodland, and there's like a beautiful reflection of these mountains and the woodland in the water, although it's not exactly like calm and mirror like, but it's calm enough to have like this discernible reflection. So that's what I've done. I just switched to my long lens and I kind of zoomed in, focusing on these mountains, and again going for f5.6. I think that should be plenty enough for my composition this time, and here is the image.
I've been thinking for days, yeah, I've been thinking for years, that I'll tell myself I'll stop the things that keep me from you, dear, but I keep on losing it. Oh.
So, I think this is gonna be my final set of images for today. I found these two trees growing by the side of the lake here in front of me, and they look really beautiful, and they're kind of crooked. One is kind of growing and kind of into sort of like a spiral, is bent quite a severe angle, and another one is kind of bent as well. The whole trunk is, but it's still seems like a full-grown tree, while the other one is kind of half dead, half not. I have no idea. So my idea, I basically tried to I played with different zooms, different angles from walking back and forth, and I settled at two images. One is gonna be with my long lens, and I'm zoomed just past the 100 mil, and I'm basically trying to get this kind of zoomed in. Oh, thank you. Military planes, great. I was interrupted by 4 military cargo planes just flew over my head. Thank you for ruining my vlog. So, as I was saying, the idea is to kind of zoom in, have this compressed perspective of these trees with all the background behind kind of blurry. I'm going for f4, and that's gonna make all my foreground. There are some bushes in front of the trees, and all the background, this hill. And I'm trying to get rid of as much sky as possible. I don't want any sky, any like highlights, just this focus on the trees primarily. So yeah, that's my shot, and here is the image. Now for my second composition is basically the same trees, but what I'm doing is I'm zooming all the way in at 200 mil, and I kind of cutting the top of the tree, the taller one, and I just kind of have this mostly a little bit of foreground, all these bushes in front of me, and then you have the trunk of the tree and just a little bit of the branches. And so this kind of very minimalistic, kind of intimate detail of the tree itself, and kind of all the background and the distant trees behind it. So here is my image, again going for f4 ISO 100 and 10-second timer. Boom.
I've been thinking for days, yeah, I've been thinking for years, that I'll tell myself I'll stop the things that keep me from you, dear, but I keep...
Whew, done. I guess that's gonna be a wrap for today. Got a few cool images. Definitely gonna have to come back when the light is good, but still happy with the results. So I guess that's gonna be a wrap for today. Thanks for coming along, thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this short video, then do consider subscribing, share, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!